One of the great things about Perfect Forms is the way you've got complete control over the look and the feel of your forms and applications. So let me show you a couple of applications that have already been built, and this will give you a good idea for what I mean. So we're going to start off with this is a sales order management form, and this manages now everything to do with the sales order process for this particular printing company. So we can see on the left hand side this has got a number of different pages. So here, for instance, we're capturing customer details. Then on this page, order information, how many, in this case, invitation cards do they want printing, do they need a return address, font, color information, and so on. Stock control details, and things occurring on this form are going to also drive the workflow of this form. So as, for instance, the inventory people find out that there's not enough stock, this can route to different people automatically, as we'll see in other parts of the overview in a different video. Here we've got invoicing information, credit card details, additional charges, production information, the ability to attach files we can see here. We even have the ability to scan directly from Twain scanners into a form instance as it's being filled in. Shipping details and so on. Let me now show you a different form. This time we'll look at a purchase order form. Again, we'll look here and see how the look and feel is completely unique again. So we've got different width, different height, generally a totally different look and feel. And as we'll see later on, everything inside Perfect Forms can be adjusted to the nearest pixel, in fact. This particular purchase order form would integrate with a database or an ERP system. Here we can see the data entry table. And then when this gets submitted, it would route around for approval. So here we've got an approvals management page, and depending on the amount of the purchase order, different combinations of these people could be called upon to approve. Once it's been approved, the form will track everything else relating to it. Have we placed the order? Have the goods been received? Have we received the invoice? We can scan even the invoice into this form instance. Have we made payment? From our lookup into our ERP system or database, here we can retrieve supplier details into the form, so we don't need actual access to the ERP system or accounting package. Let's take a look at one final form. This one's rather more complex, rather a larger form. Again, you'll see that the style is very different. So this is a work order management form for an engineering company, and we can see that we're capturing all the customer details, the key contacts inside the company, headline key information. Then there are various other pages inside this form, so we've got various work authorization information going on here. You can see I can scroll across to the right. Background cost classification information, invoicing. Well, this touches on a very powerful capability of Perfect Forms, what we call parent-child forms, which are effectively one-to-many relationships. So we might have an invoicing form, which is a separate Perfect Forms form, and this table object here each row in this could be linked to an invoice child form. Then we've got pricing and costing information. And on this form too, we can see how we're able to scan directly from a Twain scanner or even a webcam or a digital tablet straight into our form instance. And as that routes around, other people then can see the signed contract in this case. Access obviously can be turned on and off for different people, so you can hide it or disable it. And on the right hand side here, you can see there's room for people to attach files of different sorts. So hopefully that gives a good idea for the different types of forms and applications you can build. And now we'll go on in the next video and look at how we actually use the form builder.